This Memorial Day has also marked the return to some version of normalcy here in the U.S., with record numbers of people traveling this weekend and COVID restrictions lifting nationwide. Nearly 2 million people passed through airport checkpoints Friday. That's a new daily pandemic record. Plus, with more restrictions lifting, beaches across the country were crowded, some for the first time in more than a year. This comes as case numbers are at the lowest point in nearly a year. On Saturday, less than 13,000 Americans tested positive for COVID over a 24-hour period. That's compared to this time just last month, when nearly 50,000 Americans were testing positive daily. NBC News Now correspondent Maura Barrett joins us from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, a state lifting all of its capacity restrictions today. Maura, good morning. Happy Memorial Day. Let's first talk statewide. What are some of the changes people in Pennsylvania can expect today?
Good morning, Savannah. And this Memorial Day marks, like you said, the lifting of all capacity restrictions. That means bars, restaurants, movie theaters, gyms, everything can operate at 100% capacity across the state, with the exception of Philadelphia. The city will be lifting its requirements restrictions, later this week. But this is welcome news on this holiday, the unofficial start to summer, because here in Doylestown and towns like this across the state, it's very small business oriented. Everything along the main street here is independently owned, and they had to get creative to survive through the pandemic. I spent the weekend here talking with business owners about how it feels to be this close to the end of the pandemic.
Really cool to see everybody kind of coming through on the other side, and not everybody made it, so it's important to recognize that as well. It was really challenging for a lot of people, and to be on the side of the people that made it is, I feel proud of that.
We had 16 months behind us and all of our future in front of us, and we weren't going to let this pandemic stop us.
So there's this overall feeling of just elation in the community members, business owners, as everything's getting back to normal now. As for the mask mandate across Pennsylvania, that's still in place for anybody that is unvaccinated. But only almost 70% of Pennsylvanians have at least gotten one dose of the vaccine as of last week. So that's welcome news. You heard from James there, the candy shop owner. He said he's just excited to see people's smiles again. Savannah.
Oh, I bet. And it's exciting to see those small businesses getting people in there to get some business. Now, Maura, let's talk about where you are. Doylestown is actually home to the oldest Memorial Day parade in the country. Last year, like so much, it was canceled. How will the parade work this year now that rules are easing? What are we going to see?
Well, Savannah, it was originally canceled for this year, too, because of those capacity restrictions. But then when they found out that they were going to be lifted, they put the parade back on. So traditions like this coming back, really setting the tone for normalcy for this summer. You can see behind me these preparations being made. People are already putting their chairs out along the streets because it's going to look just like past year's parades. No restrictions in place, no social distancing for those that are fully vaccinated. So it's going to look extremely normal. And I'm no Bill Cairns, but after a weekend of rain, it looks like the sun's coming out and we'll have a beautiful day for the parade.
Yes, hopefully that is the case. It's been a rough weekend weather-wise. But Maura, thank you so much. Enjoy the parade. We have a member of our own team, John, here participating in his parade in his town as we honor our veterans. Maura, thank you so much.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.